So I'm back, and today we're going to learn about variables. Now, variables are about the same as in programming as they are in math, but there are a few things that you need to know, um, which I've brought up right here. So there are a few basic number types, and um, they are char or character or small integer, as said here, and this is 1 byte. 1 byte is 8 bits, and if you know binary, that means something, but basically, the most meaning I can give to it is this right here, the range of signed and unsigned. Now, any variable can be signed or unsigned, but you must make that distinction before everything else. So, like, when you declare it, so you would put unsigned char, and it would become unsigned. You put signed char, and it's then signed. Basically, signed or unsigned just simply means whether it allows negative numbers or not. Short integer is, or just a short, is 2 bytes, which is 16 bits, and allows for much higher numbers, but takes up more memory. Integer, 4 bytes, but allows for very high numbers. Apparently long integer is about the same. It's the same as just long? That doesn't make any sense. I think these days a long is actually 8 bytes. So remember that if you do long, it's going to make it 8 bytes, not 4, and this number is going to be much, much, much bigger. Boolean is either true or false, and it's 1 byte. Float is a floating point number, which means decimal points, not just your integers, and plus or minus, it's not signed or unsigned either way, because it's already got all the information in it. A double is a much higher floating point number, and a long double is the same. And a W char is a wide character. I think it's used for only characters. Anyways, instead of just reading all this, I'll get into the declaring variables and everything. So, yeah, as you can see, I'm uploading my first one here. I need to remember how to minimize this. Okay. So, you might ask, how do we do this? Well, I will open up our last program, if I can. Let's see here. So let's open up that code that I was working on. Okay. So how do you declare a variable? Well, it's really pretty simple, but basically, for actually the purposes of this, we will use string. Now, I'm not exactly sure where a string is. Let me go look that up. Actually, we won't use a string because that would not be in the nature of this, so we'll use a number because I know it can get a number. And so we'll just call it A. You can call it anything you want. It can be more than one letter or anything, but let's just say we have it here, and it's going to come out and put it into A. So we can also have this, because we need it to notify you that it's working. And put the end lines on all that, and then we'll also have this. I'm gonna try to do something tricky here. Don't know if it'll work because it's been a while since I've done it, and sorry for any interruption that occurs. I think it's a %i for an integer, and then at the end you put a comma and you put your variable, and it will actually print the thing here in this location. So we also want the Newline character, which I went over last time, but it cut out my audio. So you have to do this slash for sure for this. And this basically allows some special characters to work. And that /n is Newline. Sin is an automatic new line, and that wrapped around because it got too big. Now, I think that's about it. So I think if we actually save this and recompile it, you will begin to see how this works. Also, you can do basic functions to these, like plus, minus, times, divided by, and many other functions. And if you begin to just think of variables as things that go together and stuff, you'll begin to get it. If you begin to think of variables as in same as math, only they're able to have longer names. Like I can make a variable that, but yeah, and you can also assign a variable up here instantly so that it works. But yeah. So yeah, we'll go ahead and run this, and I'll probably this will probably be it, really. I mean, I can't think of anything else here. Let me see here. Do I have terminal open? No, I do not. Let me grab my terminal. We'll call this one variables. And don't take my word for all this stuff. You can test it and just mess around. I find that experimentation is sometimes the best teacher. And I've given you enough that you should be able to figure out mostly everything. Let me do this right. Variables. And we get an enter a number. And no, it didn't. Well, I can't exactly remember how to do this, but I'm pretty sure that with this special one, you can do this, which is very, very interesting, but it should work. So now if I recompile, and I won't type it all in again, I'll just copy and paste, just for the sake of time. Oh, okay, I can't actually remember how to do this. Alright, well, here's the one other way you can do it. And, it's not the best way you should do it, but, I'll try the tricky thing next time when I figure it out. And this should actually all do what I need it to do. Go back into the terminal. Apparently I forgot an end line. I forgot to save it too. Oh, I keep forgetting things. No, go back to my workspace. Nope. Okay. Now I guess I'll just do this so that we don't. Okay, so I'll enter a number. And number is 6. And I'll just to show you that this does work. Enter a number. We'll do 10. And we get that. Now you can obviously add a space there and stuff if you want, but for now I'll leave it there. You know how to do it. So until next time.